Alright, so this tutorial is going to be about changing styles in SketchUp to make them look not so defaulty, I guess, and get some sort of more interesting ways of looking at your models. So this is a part of block 12 from Massey, the new Cocoa building. I've turned some of it off because I'm trying to export it into CryEngine, but it's not really working out. It's a really complicated sort of model. There's all these different components and stuff within each other, and I'm just trying to figure out what the problem is, so I'm turning half of it off and then exporting it. But anyway, so we'll have a look at different ways of looking at it. So one of the most important things, I think, is when you're inside, like, you can't really see much. Like if I'm over here, you can't really see what's going on too much. So one thing I do is I press Z, and then you see down here it has the field of view, and 47 is quite tight. Like, I don't know why it's on 47, but like if I put it on 20, it's even tighter. So 0 is like flat or whatever, like isometric. I'll put it on 1, and then we'll zoom out so you can sort of see there'll be like an isometric or an axometric kind of view. So there's no perspective. So it's not really realistic at all. It's not how people see. People see more like 60 or something, I think, as the main sort of field of view. And there's peripheral around that as well. But if you put it on 60, I find it's a bit more natural. You have a bit more sort of spatial awareness of what's sort of foreground and then background and stuff like that. So that's generally what I do. I put on 60. So, but you might want to try, I think it goes up to 180 or something. Oh, 120. It goes up to 120. And then you're sort of like an insect or something. It's a bit weird, a bit strange. But some pretty sort of dynamic sort of views you can get. But something like 60 feels a bit more natural for me anyway. But just figure out what you'd like. So to change the look of it, mainly you use this one here. It's just up in Window Styles, and then this pops up. This will probably look different on your system. Like if you're running a Mac, it'll look real different. If you're running Windows, it won't have any of this stuff. These are all my defaults, I think. But if you click on that, it's all the styles that are in the model. So when you save your model, it'll actually save all the different styles you have with it, and you can set up. So if I create a new one, wait, there we are. There it is, and I call it using style default or something. Then you can see there's two different sort of ones. This one's got section planes turned on, which is kind of cool, and this one doesn't. So you can also set up, if I show my scene tabs, and then I think under, actually I'll turn that off, and I'll just open the window scenes which are already off screen, but I'll just bring them over. Here we are. So what you can see is you can set it to have a specific style. So I can set sort of, I'll create a new one, a new scene. Scene 6, and it's got that. So I can put that style and fog setting and update it. Update with that, and then if I put it on a different style, add a new scene, and then go back to the other scene, it loads the style that you saved the scene with it as well. So if I if I change this around. But anyway, so you can have different views with different styles as well, is the main thing. But how do we make it look sort of cooler? So I'll just change this one. So you go edit, and then there's these different sort of tabs under the edit tab as well. It gets a bit confusing, but whatever. We'll start with lines, so you can turn lines off. So that's already kind of different. We can have just profiles, or yeah. Also, you can change the color of the edges, and so I can have them like black because they're a bit grey, or you know, whatever, or red, or try sort of blue, something a bit different. Ugh, maybe not that. But if I go white, one sort of quirk with SketchUp, it turns the background onto black. I guess so that you can see your lines or whatever, but it's just a bit funny. But I think that's kind of cool with black background, sort of a bit interesting. I don't know. And then you can also turn the back edges on, so you can see stuff behind other stuff, which looks real cool. Very sort of gives more information about what's there rather than just flat. And there's all these other things too, so you can actually wait, can I edit that? So it's being a bit funny. Anyway, I'll go endpoints, and you can change that to be like massive, I think, so that you can get some sort of funny looking stuff, or extensions. So you have all these weird sort of, yeah, and so that the extensions are just that measurement's in pixels, I think. So screen, it's just on the screen, which is kind of weird. So they sort of grow if you zoom out, or shrink if you zoom in. But they look kind of structural, so maybe don't have them. And we'll keep it sort of something, yeah. So you can get some sort of more interesting renders if you change the lines as well. I think I'll leave the back edges on. Just is kind of funny. Sort of makes it wobbly. I'm not sure what that's about. And so then there's this. So under edit, and then the second one, which is face settings, second sort of tab, I guess, there's these options as well. So you can have X-ray mode, or just have it flat shaded so there's no materiality. More interesting if you want to do like a drawing or something, or you can do like wireframe, or what is that? Hidden line, whatever that means. I reckon hidden line with back edges, and then we'll make it like sort of orange or something. Maybe. No, that looks like AutoCAD or something. Something like that, I don't know. And then yeah, and then materials, well, rather material colors, and then material textures. And then there's, yeah, so you can change the background, you can have sky, you can have ground as well, and you can make it transparent. So the ground's actually in this model, it's way down here, but you can sort of see what that's talking about. So you just change all these things and have a play and see what is working, because this is obviously not working very well. Although that black thing's kind of interesting. Yeah, just have a play. I'm not sure what that is, but here's the section planes and section cuts, so you can turn them off and on, and like be able to see it but not have it cut, or have it cut and be able to see it, or have it cut and not be able to see it. So you can do some interesting things as well. So you can like move that cut to wherever you want. And you should be able to change the section cut width as well. So I'll just make it 1 and 20. Alright, 20. So you can have big fat lines to show where it's cutting it. And also you can change the colour as well. I might make it sort of a little bit less heinous looking. How can I do that? Something like that maybe, and then turn the plane off. And then maybe make this a little bit less harsh. Ugh. Even still white. So you can really play and change the model like pretty drastically to get sort of different things that you want